So what if it never happens for you? As much as you try and apply over and over again, the job offer never comes. What comes next? Well, you probably run out of money. And without money, or enough money, you lose two things. The first one is freedom. The second one is opportunities. Let's talk about freedom. Why do you lose this? Well, you end up becoming dependent. Someone else ends up taking control of your life. You have to live with somebody. This could be your parents or your relatives or a friend or a spouse. Somebody else will start to dictate how your day is spent. This could be something as simple as, hey, don't touch the thermostat. Why are your shoes laying by the door? You need to do more chores. You're not working. What else are you doing? Why don't you get up off your butt and start helping out around the house? It's kind of like you're a kid again. You're living underneath someone else's roof because you can't afford to rent a room or an apartment or a house. So you're stuck living underneath someone else's rules. All of this will end up impacting your self-confidence and your self-worth. You'll start thinking lower of yourself. And everyone should have a high opinion of themselves. Why? Why should you think highly of yourself? Because there is no other you. It's just you. You're the one of one. Freedom truly means everything. To be able to buy what you want to buy, to move whenever you want to move, to go wherever you'd like. People have literally given their lives for the concept or the idea of freedom. Then you have the missed opportunities. Can you get on a plane and go to England tomorrow? Can you hop on a plane and go to Spain? Or maybe get on a cruise ship? Or there's an amazing investment opportunity. A company just IPO. Can you start buying stock in that company? Or maybe there's a relationship, right? So many people struggle with loneliness in this country and across the world. Well, most people understand that to a certain extent, it takes finance to have romance. You need money to go out and do things. A well-paying job sends the indicator that you're stabilized. You're not a volatile person. No one really wants to enter into a relationship with someone who's volatile. They don't know where they're sleeping. They're jumping from couch to couch. Maybe they'll be sleeping under the bridge next month. So it's going to be a problem for many people if they're not able to find that well-paying job. So what can you do about it? The good news is if you're in the United States, you can do a lot about it. You can get a better job, but you need to have the right mindset and the right perspective. The first thing you always have to keep in mind is it doesn't really matter too much what happens to you as much as it matters on how you respond, how you react to it. So let's say you get fired, or you're ignored, or you're disrespected. That's what's happening to you. But how are you responding to that? Are you responding in an immature way, in a way that's not going to help you progress towards your goals? Are you having outlashes? Whatever you're going through, you need to have the ability to control how you react to what's happening to you. Do not wait for someone to give you an opportunity. A lot of people sit and complain and they talk about, no one ever gives me a shot. They won't even give me an opportunity. I could be such a great worker, but I'm not given this chance. And the key word in all of that is given. Nobody owes you anything. Why are you expecting someone to give? You need to go out there and take the opportunity. And there's 3 actions that you can do in order to get you into that right mindset. The first one is you have to gain more skills. Look at what is in demand in the market, do a gap analysis, and see how you can get those skills so that you can start providing value. The next thing is you need to talk to people who have those positions that you want to get. When you start having conversations, it opens your mind up on what are the right steps to take to get to that job. A lot of people need to apply more. You can't just apply 1 or 2 times. For a lot of these type of jobs, there are hundreds of people applying. But when it comes to your time, I think it's better spent in developing relationships to people that have the roadmap to get to the job that you're looking for. It comes down to being committed to the action and not the result of the action. Can you apply 100 times without getting sad or depressed? Can you emotionally detach yourself from the result of applying and just focus on the action of applying, of revising your resume, of striking up conversations, of meeting people from different backgrounds and different companies in order to try to find a way to get your foot into that company? There was this young man who showed up at a lumber mill and he was looking for a job. Then they said they weren't hiring. Go home. Get out of here, young guy. So he left and he came back the next day. He kept looking for a job. They said, hey, get out of here. On the 8th day, it took 8 days, he showed up and he's like, listen, I'm hungry. I want to learn. I'll do it for no pay. Just let me assist somebody. Let me in the lumber mill. I'm here to work. And they let him in as an assistant. with minimum wage pay, but he stayed there 12, 18 months and he was able to grow that amount. I don't care what industry that you're working in, people respect persistence and determination. Now, I joined the Army when I was 17 years old, but I only had a GED. So they weren't so eager to put me in. In fact, I had to wait months in order to get in because the recruiter was getting more credit if he got people in the Army with high school diplomas or if they had some college. He would get maximum credit, but when it came to a GED candidate, such as myself, he had reduced credit. So he waited for a slow month to come by, and then he called me and said, hey, do you still want to get in? You still want to join the Army? I said, absolutely. And then he put me in the Army. There are 3 things that I strongly believe that will not just help you get a better job. It will not just help accelerate your career, but it will help you in every aspect of life. And that is reading, writing, and speaking. If you can master those 3 things, everything opens up for you. This is also key if you're trying to get a sales job. One of the easiest jobs to get is a sales job because the turnover is extremely high. There is no constant salary in many of these jobs. If you're able to close the sale, that's your commission. You live off your commission. You can't just sit behind a desk and look at YouTube videos all day. You actually have to put in work. But many people turn their nose up at sales jobs. One is not consistent. So if you're young, you're hungry, you're looking for your opportunity, this could be it. You can go out there and start selling. You can sell cars. You can resell. You can go to your local Goodwill and find items and resell them on eBay. You can try to sell insurance. Now there's exams, of course, for some of these sales jobs, but it's worth considering if you're in a position where things are not working out for you lately. We just discussed a lot of actionable advice that you can use to start trying to get a better job. Now here's the missing component of this. First, you have to be willing. And I'm not just talking about motivation here. Motivation comes and goes, ups and downs, just like the stock market. You need to have the discipline. You have to lay down the discipline and then volume. Keep doing the stuff you know that works. You have to increase the volume. What works? What works is informational interviews, speaking with people that are in the industry you want to get into. That is what works. What else works? Revising your resume. Have someone look at your resume. Applying for the job. That's what works. Building up your skills. Increase the volume. Do it more. If you're currently at a level 1, go to the level 2. Next month, go to level 3. You keep raising the bar and the doors will open for you. Never getting a well-paying job, that shouldn't even be a possibility for you, but you can use that. Use that as motivation to start action today. Now, another option is you could be an entrepreneur. But the problem with that is usually for most entrepreneurs, you have to have some capital. You have to have some money. So you need to get at least a job first, start building up some of that money and look at different possibilities in that area. Now, if you're watching this and you happen to be interested in a federal government job, maybe you want to know what the federal hiring process is really like, then you should know that there's a lot of incorrect advice spreading around all over the place. And if you want to know what that is, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.